Good morning. I'm Judge Person. I want to welcome everybody to court. I will tell you that we are definitely starting a tiny bit later than I expected. And I beg your patience. Hopefully, everyone's audio is connecting. I don't know about where you are, but in Central Texas, it is pouring rain. Sometimes that makes connections interesting. So we'll just see. I'll do the best that I can with everything. There are a lot of people I was not able to identify. So one thing I'm just wanting to do, Mr. Matson, I'm going to go ahead and start with you because I did see that Attorney Herron is here. Attorney Herron, can you get on screen? And there you go. I saw you a moment ago. And I don't know if your client is here, not required, obviously. But I wanted to go ahead and get you and Mr. Matson started on the pretrial. He is the city's prosecutor. Mr. Matson, you can unmute and just introduce folks who are here for the pretrial docket.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the prosecutor for Temple.
Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and let you and Mr. Herron visit because, well, y'all know the drill, and I did see him log in early. So here we go. Mr. Herron and Mr. Matson, and y'all will come back here afterwards. So that's a breakout room for pretrial folks. And I have a few people I couldn't identify. And today I think probably one way to handle this is just let me kind of call people out and see who you are. Encore Landing Apartments, could you unmute and tell me your actual case name perhaps?
Sorry, it's Hope Jacobs.
Hope Jacobs, great. Okay, Ms. Jacobs, I'm going to change it for just purposes of this meeting.
Thank you.
Won't change it long term. It's just so I can keep track. And then and I'll keep you muted until it's your turn. And then I had a Galaxy device. Galaxy tab. Could you unmute and tell me your name?
My name is Robert Morrison.
Okay, Mr. Morrison, I appreciate you unmuting and letting me change it on the screen. Again, it won't change it forever, because that might not be what you would want. But anyway, it'll just allow me to keep track. So now I've got you logged in. You know, folks, I'm just trying to have the right files in front of me and expedite things. So that's going to be sort of how I work this one. Which one? Okay. It's always different than mine. Hi, Zoom user. I just asked you to unmute. I've got two, but the one I just asked to unmute, there's like a fan behind you. Could you tell me your name?
Braxton Bynum.
Thank you, Mr. Bynum.
Hey, put that password, please.
Thank you. And so, great. I'll be back with you shortly. And then I had another Zoom user and long blondish hair in a car, not driving, thank goodness. What's your name?
Leslie Ellis.
Even though you pants.
Ellis, okay. Thank you. And I'll be back with you shortly. And just folks, I know it's hard to stay muted. Sometimes it's unintentional, but hard when people all start talking at once. There are two people kind of halfway on the screen. I think it's a mom and a son. No, maybe not. Because now I see them. And so there's not short hair, there's both long hair. What's your names, please? Just unmute and tell me, please.
Kimaya Williams and Andrea Willis.
Kimaya Williams, gotcha. And your mom too?
I'm Andrea Willis.
Okay, and you're her mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And then just one last person, I think. I've got a phone that I don't know, but I think the phone might have gone away. There's an iPhone. Gentleman with a tie. What is your name?
Casey Shane Buchanan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Buchanan.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be with you shortly. I'm just keep track of you by having the right name. And think if there's anybody else that is on here. Not at this time. There's a phone caller ending in 22 or 022. Could be the last 3 or 4 numbers. What's your name? Phone caller, can you hear me?
Hello.
Well, I've got a phone call that I'm needing to unmute, so that's, and it's not unmuted, so I don't think that's the right person. I'm not seeing. Not. Are you also on a phone, Mr. Walker Barker?
No, I'm on an iPad.
Okay, I had a phone call person that I'm trying to unmute. 254 area code ending in 022. I'll just keep trying. In the meantime, on the Stokes case, Mr. Matson and Mr. Heron, I know that y'all just visited, and if y'all can let me know, where are we with regard to these matters? There's 2 cases. One is following too closely. One is leaving the scene of an accident. These are dating from December of 2022.
Your Honor, I believe we've reached an agreement in this. I just need to have the client sign off on it, but it's within the range of what we discussed with potential outcome on this. So I expect her to accept. If we could just have a brief reset to get paperwork, and I think and payment, I think we can be good to go.
Okay. The way that I normally do that is I go ahead and schedule the final pretrial. That way we sort of have an end point, and it cancels if I get in paperwork that ends the process. And that's for February 22nd at 3. The notice was already on the notices that we sent because we set them all at the same time. And I'll just leave it there unless I hear otherwise, okay?
That sounds great.
It gives y'all freedom to negotiate. All right, we'll see you then or ahead of time. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thanks for asking.
Have a good morning, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, on the Morita case, Attorney Scott is here. Got to find Attorney Scott, but Attorney Scott is.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, on which case?
Steve, Mary Beth Scott is here. Ms. Scott.
Lisa Marita, yes.
Right, for Lisa Morita, excuse me. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move y'all to the pretrial room. I believe Ms. Morita was here, and I don't know if she is being asked to go into the pretrial room with you. I'm not seeing her.
No, she's off.
Okay, that's fine. However you choose. So I'll move you over to that pretrial room now. Mr. Matson, I believe Ms. Scott has gone over to that meeting. That's hi. Okay, so I'm gonna move on without the phone caller. I'll just keep trying. Our phone caller, can you hear me? You're unmuted finally.
Hi, ma'am. I was a phone caller. However, I am now on video. So I just want to let you know.
Are you Natalie Doyle?
Brown. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If it's changed, I don't know that I have it having changed. So,
it's changed. It's like been there for a long time.
Right. What I'm trying to let you know is I would need something like a license to show me that to change your name file. Okay. Are you also?
Well, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you again.
Right. I'll check on that. What I'm also trying to tell you is that, are you also on the phone call as well as a device?
No, ma'am, I canceled it.
Okay, because the phone call, I don't think it was you. 254 ending in 022?
No.
Yeah, so that's who I was actually trying to talk to because there's a lot of people waiting. Phone caller? Yeah, hi, what's your name?
Dwight Howell.
What's your name?
Dwight Howell.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Howell. We'll be with you shortly. We'll be with you shortly. Okay. All right. So a few announcements before we get started. I want to let you know that when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And when you give a plea, you're giving your answer or response to the accusation. And there are three options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Now, when you plead guilty, you're saying, I did this, okay? Pleading no contest means you're authorizing the court to find you guilty without admitting or denying the offense. If you enter a plea of not guilty, you're just maintaining the innocence that the law already presumes. And that means ultimately asking to move the case toward a trial. And in terms of a trial, there's really there's a single process, but we've broken it into two processes so that we can avoid resets, for one thing. And the other is sometimes things can just be handled online like this, and sometimes they can't. So today's pretrial is really to see if the case can just be handled this way. And then if it's not, that's okay, but we're moving that case here into the courtroom for live court. The next thing is that we schedule what's called a final pretrial. And a final pretrial is not the actual trial. It's really coming in to set a bond, doing certain paperwork required prior to actually going to trial. And so if we're moving the case in that direction, that is just that process that we're going to take. Sorry, I'm just also trying to organize and double duty. I do several tasks at once sometimes, just to try to make it go a little faster for you, because I know people have lives. So those are the three pleading options. And again, on not guilty, this is a pretrial. There's a final pretrial that is next. If the case isn't resolved, we just go ahead and schedule that so that we're moving along at a pace. And that one is, you're hearing court for about an hour. I say plan to be here about an hour. It's sometimes shorter. We definitely see people in the order that they show up on those dockets. And so if you're early, that can be helpful too. But what I want to let you know is if the case isn't resolved today, it's not a problem. But the next setting, which has already been set, it's on your paperwork. But I'll remind you of the date on that. Because that case, that's moving toward a contested docket process. Now, on pleading guilty or no contest, if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm usually moving forward with the case. And that means that I've got one more person. Arma guy. That means that I'll just sort it out later. That means that we're moving into sentencing. Normally, that means having the item go on the record, paying the fines and costs. Now, on fines and costs, I look at people's income. I also look at it on the not guilty docket in connection with scheduling a bond, if a bond is going to need to be paid. On the guilty or no contest docket, I go ahead and get that information, direction to, heading towards sentencing. And I'm looking at people's situation, and everybody's situation is different. It's my job as the judge to look at that and behave accordingly, and I will. But it's only as good as the information you give me, and you should consider that information to be sworn. And it did say on the form that it was. So just be aware of that. But I may have questions if I can't make sense of it. And then the next thing I want to let you know is that if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm moving into sentencing. Under Texas law, normally that means paying the fines and costs, having it go on the record. Let's talk about having it go on the record, because at that point, there are still 4 things that might be available to gain a dismissal, and they don't all apply to every situation. One is that if you if you have a case that is something that can be dismissed for compliance, where you can bring the situation up to date and have it dismissed due to compliance, I'm going to start walking you through that and seeing if we can get you to that compliance dismissal. And you can ask me questions about it. I won't wait for your questions because the law directs me to do that, take that step, and I'm looking for it automatically. On the second option, it's a driving safety course option. With the driving safety course option, the way that that works is if you're qualified to be in that program and you want to do it, you pay the court costs, the fines will go on hold, you get your course and your record turned in, and I dismiss the case. Now, first of all, let's talk a little bit about qualifying, which has to do with, you can't be a CDL holder, Texas license, or active military, or they're active military dependent. You can't have gone in the last 12 months for purposes of getting a dismissal. And it dates from the date that the ticket was issued to the date of the next appearance. It dates from the last course to next ticket issuance. So that's the 12-month period that we're looking at. And I'll automatically start looking at that with you if it looks like you could be eligible. But you're welcome to ask questions. I'm just, again, not waiting for the questions, okay? Then you pay the court cost. And on the court costs, and I'm gonna hold your questions until it's your turn. You pay the court costs. Now, I do want to let you know that in terms of paying the court costs, when you call the clerk and get, how much is this ticket, they're gonna give you that whole number, okay? And it's a court cost and a fine. In the driving safety course option, you pay the court cost, the fine goes on hold. And if you get your course and your record turned in to the court on time, I dismiss the charge and the fine gets waived, okay? So, you do save money. It is less expensive than paying the whole ticket and having it go on your record. There's a reason for that. It's an incentivized program because people drive better after they take that course, okay? It's just pure and simple. And that's true even when you factor in that some people go to court and are found not guilty. It's still true for everyone who gets a ticket. They just drive better if they do the course. So, that is an incentivized program by the state of Texas. They haven't gotten rid of it yet. And I'll be looking to see if you qualify. So that's the second option. The third option is if you are looking to do a deferred disposition. And that works like this. With a deferred disposition, it means to delay finishing the case. And you must request it at the time that you enter a plea, and the judge needs to agree and approve it. But in a deferral, what happens is that if you request it and the judge approves it, then at that point, on a plea of guilty or no contest, at that point, what happens is that there's a court order in place. It lists all the things that are needed. If you do the things that are listed, you get a dismissal. Pretty straightforward. You need to read it very carefully if you're signing such a document. And also to don't do listed items. And if you comply with that document, you get a dismissal. So deferral works that way. But you must request it at the time that you enter a plea, guilty or no contest. I'd like it deferred. It works like that. You have to make the request of the judge. In a Class C court, you can ask the judge directly on a plea of guilty or no contest. The prosecutor can also recommend that step with you as an agreement on the contested docket. So that's another way to get from A to B on that. But again, keep in mind, if y'all both agree, I still have to approve it because that's really the role of the judge. So that's the third option. And then the fourth thing is teen court. Teen court looks similar to deferral in the sense that it's delayed. And then if you get everything done, you gain a dismissal. What we do here with our teen court kind of varies case to case. One process we have often is that we take those to a teen trial for a sentencing hearing. What we know is that young people do better if they sentence one another than if just the judge does it, because teens are teens. And that's really anyone 20 and under, but we only are allowed to do it with high school or students enrolled in an accredited program. So I'll be looking to see if you're qualified. If it looks like you might be, I might be a little pushy about that because I'm a big fan of not having young people get reoffending, especially when it comes to traffic offenses. That's the leading demographic for death and dismemberment on the roadways. It's the 25 and under group. Mr. Matson, I noticed that you and Ms. Scott had an opportunity to talk about the Marita case. And if we could check in on that case and see where we are, that would be great.
Your Honor, we can go ahead and set for final pretrial, although I think Ms. Scott would like to discuss the date with you. She has requested discovery and she would like an opportunity to review everything and confer with her client before we move forward.
Okay. I guess my first question, Mr. Matson, is because Ms. Scott is an attorney, there's that particular way that attorneys get that release of information. I don't see why that couldn't happen prior to the March date. What kind of time do you need as from the state's perspective to do that?
As soon as it's ready, she'll receive it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and then just pin down a date. So I will say that let's get that done no later than February 16th.
That is certainly achievable, Your Honor.
I would think, and that gives her almost a month to review that with her client.
Judge, if I may.
Yes.
I have a trial setting in Oklahoma on the 7th in a district court regarding a probate that I think is going to take several days. Do you want me to formally file a request to reset that final pretrial, or can we do it today?
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that on your request at this time. I would move that final pretrial, let me look real quickly, to March 22nd.
That would be fine.
That's a live in court proceeding here, and that's at 2:00.
That's agreeable to me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We'll send you that change. We'll send those changes down. And if you need anything else, counsel, before I let you go.
I think we're good.
Okay, you're free to go at this time.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Judge, if I may,
Yeah.
I'm only here to show you that I've completed community service.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people are in the same boat, and it's a line, and you're pretty close. But
I didn't complete community service, but I have a job that I have to be to. So I wanted to tell you that I signed up for the payment program, and I went to court yesterday and told them that. It was 2 days ago. So I wanted to know if I don't make it to my job, then I won't be able to complete the payment program, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah, I get it.
I have my ID here for my job. I have my paperwork here for my job.
Okay.
And I'm employed, and I work in Austin.
Well,
Texas.
okay, now listen, let me address you real quickly because you're jumping line, and I don't, if you were in the courtroom and you did that, people would be angry. So I'm just letting you stop and let me talk for a moment if you want my help. Okay, so, I can review this when it comes up on the docket here today. I can make an order, but I will need a signature on any payment arrangement because I don't know that it's been approved, but I'll look and see. I'm not going to stop and make everybody wait while I do that. I'll do that when it's your turn. If you're not on the meeting, I'll make a decision. You need to follow up with the court in case we need a signature, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move forward, Mr. Matson. First, let me move you with Miranda Whitney. Miranda Whitney, can you unmute so we know your audio is working? Is she no longer on the meeting? Sorry? I don't see Miranda Whitney on the meeting anymore. Miranda Armgo?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm so sorry. I think I'm having technical difficulties.
Okay. Can you hear now?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to send you over to the meeting. I have Miranda Whitney, and what I need to tell people is that I can't just change a file name. I have to have something from the licensing authority, generally speaking, DPS, in order to change a name. So I'll look and see if we got a name change for you. But let us know when your name changes if you want us to change it on the file. You're supposed to. It's your duty to do that. but Miss Armga or Miss Whitney, I guess is your name. I don't know. Miranda Cruz Whitney. Am I talking to the right person?
Yes, you are. I'm waiting
gonna-
for this situation to get resolved so I can change my last name. But
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know the case yet because it's on the pretrial docket and I'm trying to move you over to a meeting with the prosecutor. And if you have the ability to get on screen, it does help facilitate with conversation. But I'm going to move you over to that meeting at this time. And the city prosecutor is Ryan Matson, and he is the attorney representing the state, and he will meet with you at this time. After that meeting, you'll come back into this meeting. So I'll need to speak with you again before you go. So I'm moving you over to that meeting. Hopefully that happens. She unmuted right when I did it, so looks like it worked. Lots of snafus today. We'll get through it. William Miller, can you go ahead and unmute? There we go. Hi, Mr. Miller. Good morning.
Hey, morning.
I'm Judge Person. I did look at everything that you submitted, and it looks like we have a payment arrangement already working forward.
Yes.
We have, let's see, then we have new charges, or charges, maybe one's not that new, but let me walk you through them and then we'll discuss a plan.
Right away, this case stands out because we're not dealing with a traffic ticket. This is a code enforcement case involving outside storage violations. The defendant is facing multiple citations, and each one carries over $2,000 in fines and costs. That's when viewers start asking the same question he's probably asking: how did one property issue become this expensive?
There's an outside storage charge, and it dates from October 31st. And I did receive a no contest plea on that charge. The fines and costs are $2,000.76. These have a tendency to bump up once multiple charges get filed. But is your plea no contest at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
There is another outside storage charge regarding the same type of matter. It's an outside storage charge from December 13th, 2022. The fines and costs are $2,076, and I did receive a no contest plea. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes.
Okay. And then a new charge was filed. It is from January 17th, and I don't know if you've had an opportunity to review that because it is new. It's from January 17th. It is regarding an outside storage charge. The fines and costs are the same, $2,076. Do you have a plea at this time?
I haven't gotten any paperwork on that one.
You want to? I think you're scheduled for court to enter a plea and give us some sense of where you're going with it by February 13th. That's probably just gone out in the mail, I would think. It went out yesterday. You can wait until that day if you wish.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're on time with your current payment plan. However, reviewing everything, what I'm seeing is that if you do qualify for me to shift to have you do this through community service instead of through payments.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, now not including the balance on the new charge, the community service, it does turn into 250 hours. Now I give triple credit up front on those, on the community service. So it is hour for hour because, it's already triple credited. I have a list of places where you can do the work. They include the city, but you don't have to go there. I do need a signature on this today that, you're receiving the documents. there's a waiver that says if you work for the city, they don't have coverage if you're injured. And you would just, and it's not private, because sometimes people see you out there doing community service. So you would sign for that today. We would give you the 250 hours. I would start with a 60-day deadline because I want to see if we're, getting progress. And if you turn in your hours on that day and they're not all done, then you can go ahead and apply for an extension. And as long as we're moving along forward, I just work with you on getting, it kind of gives me a sense of how much more time you're going to need when I see what works for what someone turns in at 60 days. Then I have a good feel for what more, how much more time they might need. So I just keep working with people until they either just are not getting anywhere with it, aren't communicating, then I can't work with that, right? And or if something happens to change the course of what we're doing. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. But I want to hear from you first.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious. Why do they have two separate charges for the exact same thing?
Because they can file one every single day. But they didn't. They filed one in October, one in December, and now there's one that was filed in January. And the reason is because from their perspective, and I don't know, I haven't looked at it, but
here's the first major legal lesson of the case. The defendant wants to know why there are multiple charges for what appears to be the same issue. The judge explains that code violations can be cited repeatedly if the city believes the problem remains unresolved. In other words, fixing the issue quickly can be just as important as fighting the citation itself.
From their perspective, it's not being solved, and they're probably going to file on you till it gets solved.
Okay, because the first paperwork that I actually saw was dated. Let me see. Dated December 14th, and that's the first paperwork that I ever physically saw. And as soon as I saw it, that following weekend, I went and got everything cleaned up and straightened up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not part of the, here's the thing that judges don't do is that prior to people coming to court, we don't wait in and make a decision as to who's guilty and who's not, because it's improper. So in order to take what you're saying in and make a decision, that's like a trial. And if we need a trial, we can have a trial, but I can't have a trial on a Zoom meeting with one party. So I would give them an opportunity to come in and be heard too. So, if you want to get with code enforcement and try to figure out what it is that they're concerned about and make sure that you understand what they expect, then you call them. When they come testify in court on other cases, what I generally see from them, just as a general rule, and I'm not saying they did it perfect every time, because I don't know, I look every time I'm supposed to look. But when I get into court, what I see with them is that they are, they have a whole noticing process that they're following. And I don't really know what they did in your case, but they know, and you can call them and talk to them about it. Who's the officer on this case, if we could look? It's usually the same officer, because they got it. They are designated by an area. So I can probably tell you who it is. Brad Finch. Okay, so that officer's name is Brad Finch. And you can call code enforcement and see if you can, figure out what the issue is and make sure that you're in compliance so that the situation comes to a close.
Okay, and I'm sure it doesn't help that I live right on a busy street.
Well, I don't know that necessarily has anything to do with it. I'll be honest with you. What they tend to do is respond to calls that people make and of concerns citizens have. I happen to know busy areas, and I see all kinds of code stuff that I know they're not addressing. So I don't know. My sense is that they're complaint driven, and I think that's the general policy. I don't think it's the only policy they follow, but I think it's followed pretty frequently. You might call Brad Finch and discuss it with them. That's up to you. Normally, they're pretty happy to articulate it for you. The complaints that are filed, when you come in, you can get copies of everything that's filed. They usually give a pretty specific list of stuff that they're concerned with. They don't just say outside storage. They usually line out what it is. But either way, you could contact them Just a reminder that you've got a February 13th date on the new charge. We've got on your 3 older cases, 250 hours, a due date of March 28th. And I'm going to go ahead and make that order at this time. I do need your signature. Do you want to come by the court to do it?
Yes.
Okay, we do that today. What time today will work?
Well, how soon will they have the paperwork in front?
Probably it's already done, so it's out there. What time can you be here?
I can be there within half an hour.
Okay, let's say 10:30ish. Okay.
Okay.
Anytime around then. I just like to give the clerk a heads up, and when you get here, any clerk can help you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you at the front.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. I'm going to let you go.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I'm moving forward, and that was Mr. Miller moving forward with Dwight Howell. Dwight Howell, are you still on the phone? Mr. Howell, can you unmute? Hi, Mr. Howell.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, ma'am.
I'm Judge Person.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the first time in a very long time I've, even talked to a judge or official. I've seen some of the shows. I know to respect and not interrupt.
Hopefully, it's not quite show worthy. We try to keep it pretty tame. So I'm Judge Person, and you're on the phone, and that sometimes is a bit challenging. And I'll be as patient as I can be. I did want to just. Yes, sir. You were saying?
I was saying, of course, likewise,
Yes, sir.
Because the thing that I'm accused of, what was said in the report or whatever, it was a thing of where it was under very questionable circumstances that evidence was obtained. And, there's a lot in that detail to what that is. But basically, the person stood right in front of my door with the tools.
I need to yeah, hold on. Can you hold on just a moment? I need to interrupt you. I apologize, but I need to. Right. So if you want to talk to the prosecutor about the case, the prosecutor reviews the cases. Okay. The judge doesn't review the case with one party and not the other. And so you have a no contest plea that was sent to me. Normally that means I'm moving into sentencing, and I can listen to this information in connection with sentencing, but I can't have a trial and find you not guilty. And it kind of sounds like you're leaning in that direction, but that's sort of what you're asking. And so before I accept your plea and sentence you, if you want to kind of back up and talk to that prosecutor, we would need to back up and schedule that.
Do that in person? Can I do that in person?
You can, yes.
Okay, where would I go?
So we would just schedule you for what is called a final pretrial for March 22nd here at the court. And that's at 2 o'clock.
Okay, which court?
So the Temple Municipal Court is located here in Temple. We're a little bit catty corner up from Central Fire Station. Our address is 401 North 3rd Street.
Yes, ma'am. I know where it's at. That's where I filled out the paperwork.
Yeah, right. But
March the 22nd, is that correct? At 2 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We're going to mail this to you as well with that setting. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you then. Okay, Mr. Howell.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Judge Person. Thank you.
Thank
you. Give you more information. Well, the prosecutor be able to give me more information. Zoom, another Zoom trial, or will it be actually trial that day? Will it be a Zoom trial that day, or?
We won't have a trial that day. That's not what we do there. It is more along the lines of information. And we're going to schedule you also for what's called discovery so you can get that information.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll have what we can get you at that point, and you'll have an opportunity to review it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you then.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Howell. Mr. Matson, I know that you were talking with, let's see, Miranda Whitney. And where are we with regard to this matter?
Your Honor, Ms. Whitney will be pleading no contest in exchange for her fine being reduced to $100.
Okay. So fine plus costs?
Yes.
The fine being $100. Ms. Whitney, I need you to give me a little of your patience. This case is old enough that I believe there might be some collection fees that also will be adjusted downward. And it's gonna take me a few minutes to get you a final number. Can you hold for a moment till I get that done so that I can talk to you about payments?
Yes, Judge, I can do that.
Okay, I'll be right back with you. Mr. Matson, the clerk is working on that. I'll be right back with you once I have that in. Mr. Matson, I'm moving you forward, and Joshua Moore is here next on your charge. Mr. Moore, are you ready to move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will send you over to that meeting.
Notice how the judge carefully avoids ruling on the facts. The defendant says he cleaned everything up as soon as he received notice, but the judge immediately points out that she can't decide who's right during this hearing. That's a key part of due process. If the facts are disputed, both sides must have a chance to present evidence at trial.
Okay, Ms. Whitney, I'll be back with you, but I'm moving forward to Charles Alton Gordon Warren.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you, sir?
All right, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Right now, let's see, the cases are in warrant, and I just want to review. There is an operating a vehicle with an expired plate charge. The fines and costs there are at $430.30, and just due to the passage of fees have been added. I did receive a guilty plea on that charge. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I also had a charge. There's a no insurance charge, often called fail to maintain financial responsibility. It's just a legal requirement under the law that we carry that insurance. The allegation date, December 20th of 2020, and the fines and costs are at $430.30. And I did receive a guilty plea. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then there is a speeding charge, and this is from December 20th of 2020. The fines and costs are at $499.20, and I did receive a guilty plea. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I did review the income information as well as the bill information that you gave me, and I did show that you have the ability to do payments. I did wonder though, here's the thing. I can take the warrants off today. What
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can't, but what I don't do is I don't release any hold on the license until the case is completed, especially when, we're 2 years out. So, what I would ask you is what's the max that you could pay today towards your,
Today I can't pay nothing, but I can pay something by Friday when I get paid from work.
okay, what are you able to pay on Friday?
Friday, I could pay 100 or 150.
Okay. All right. Are you paid every week or every 2 weeks?
Every week.
Okay. We can do that every 2 weeks until you're done. Can you do that?
If it's okay, Judge, can we do 100 every 2 weeks?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Just be aware that, the hold on the license is there until the balance is in.
Okay.
I do need a signature on this. I show that you live in Temple. Can you come by today and sign?
I'm actually at work right now in Cameron.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what time I'll make it back to Temple.
Well, I do need a signature. If I email it to you, print it and sign it and email it back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll email it. It's a
All right.
payment plan, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I need it back today, okay?
Oh, today? Okay. Will I be able to sign through the emails, an electronic signature, or will I have to print it out?
It depends on what you're using.
Okay, I have my phone.
Listen, and let me tell you what I do and don't do with that. I do allow where you make a signature because your signature.
Okay.
I don't allow where the computer assigns a cursive signature that isn't your signature.
Okay.
So you have to sort that out. What I'm trying to find out is when am I getting a signature?
If I can get it emailed and I can do the signature thing, I can have it back to you within the next 10, 20 minutes. What time does the courthouse close?
5.
5? I can try to make it in there. I mean, we should be done here by 4. And I could try to make it into the courthouse to sign it today.
Listen, I can email it, and if you, again, I don't know what you're using, so asking me whether I accept what you use, but I don't know what it is, I can't answer. What I asked is it your signature or is it just an assigned DocuSign kind of thing?
I'm not really sure how it works on my phone.
You don't know if you make a signature?
I have before on other documents.
Yeah, I don't know. You can try it and then call and see if it worked out for us. And if it didn't, then come on.
Yes,
or
ma'am.
come on in. But right now I'm planning that we're emailing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once I get your signature, I can recall your warrant.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I do, but I don't know the total. Is that all of it? Okay. You're good to go, Mr. Warren. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Mattson. Miss Whitney. Miss Whitney.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi. You take Mr. Miss Whitney, I have a total now at $369.20.
Okay.
Are you able to pay that today?
Yes, I could come by and pay that today.
Okay. What time should we look for you?
I will be there anytime between 11:30 to 1 o'clock.
Okay. All right, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Mattson, I know that you were visiting with Joshua Moore. Where are we on that matter?
Your Honor, Mr. Moore will also be having his fine reduced in exchange for a plea of no contest.
Okay, and what's the reduction?
The fine, according to my notes, is set at $130. I will be reducing that to $50.
Okay.
Which would put the total balance at $184.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that at this time. Mr. Moore, are you paying that today?
I'm not exactly sure. We might be able to come in and pay it in a little bit. Yes. Will it be at the courthouse in Temple?
So just, yeah, but I guess what I'm asking is, are you paying that in full today?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you said what time?
I guess we'll probably come in an hour and a half or so, maybe 2.
Okay, by noon.
All right, have a good day.
And you too. You're good to hang up. Okay, Mr. Matson, moving you forward. Hope Jacobs is waiting. Ms. Jacobs, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to move you forward into that meeting.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm also moving forward. And my next person, let's see. Angel Estrada, can you unmute?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You're 14. There we go. And who's with you?
She's my aunt. And
Sorry?
my aunt,
Your aunt. What's her name?
Monica.
Yeah, Monica what?
Monica, okay? Alvarez.
So, and you don't know your aunt's last name?
Huh?
So I'm sorry. I think you're going to need to come in and talk with us. We need a parent.
All right.
Yeah. Is there a parent?
Oh, they're working. They working right now.
Right. When is your parent not working?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to schedule a court date where you come here with a parent.
All right.
Not opening the final pretrial. We don't meet between them. Just to talk. I'm getting you a date. Okay. Okay. February 8th, here at the court at 1 o'clock.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
So on that. So let's sorry, but when you don't know your answer. Okay, too much credibility. Moving forward though, Jarvis Walker Barker, how are you doing this morning?
How are you, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Sorry, I had to push a little back at you earlier, but that's just, it's the line. I don't mind approving a payment plan at all. When are you paid in the position that you're in?
Now the focus shifts from punishment to resolution. Instead of demanding immediate payment of thousands of dollars, the court offers 250 hours of community service. That's a huge break financially, but it also comes with responsibility. The message is clear. The court is willing to work with defendants who show they're making progress toward compliance.
I get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid this Friday.
Okay, Fridays are the day?
Fridays are the day, every 2 weeks.
Okay,
I did not complete the community service because I got the job, and I'm able to make the payments now.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I'm just trying to make it fast, not trying to run over you on this. But first question I have, because I want to make sure I need to, check in on one thing. Did you get any hours done that have not yet been turned in?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, did you do any hours that you haven't turned in yet?
No, I've completed all my hours.
You did all your hours. You turned them all in, and I still have balances. So give me a minute to look at your file. I got...
No, are you talking about work hours or community?
No, I'm talking about community service hours.
Oh, no, I didn't complete any community service hours.
Okay. All right. So
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I thought you were talking about work.
No. if you did hours, I want to give you credit for it. I mean, it's plain and simple. Okay, that's fine. We just move forward without it. So we can start payments, but new job. And so is this your first paycheck?
First paycheck. I have, if you want to see whatever you need to see.
No, what I'm asking is, so you've already been paid or you're starting to get paid? Because sometimes
I've been there for 3 weeks. You know, you get your first paycheck after 3 weeks. So I get paid on the 27th. And after the 27th, I get paid every 2 weeks.
Okay. On the 27th, what can you?
I can make a payment of at least $200.
Okay. After that, can we do a minimum payment of $70 every other week?
That's perfectly fine with me.
And if you want to pay more, you'll just get done faster.
What's my total?
Your total is $492.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So you'll almost be halfway there at that point.
And then once I do that, will I be complete?
Yes. Here's my question. If I email this to you and get your signature, can you print it, sign it, and email it back?
Yes. Can I give you my new email?
Yes. Go ahead.
My new email is Jarvis Walker 2345 at gmail.com.
345 at gmail.com.
And you said $70 every other week.
Right. You said starting Friday $200 and after that $200 every other week.
No, you said you said $200, but you said $70 every other week, right?
What I said was I'll go with your $200 this Friday, but after that, every other week is $70.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does that work?
That works.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So I will email that to you. And the answer to the question is because we've been doing a lot of different things and we need to make some progress. But after that, you're doing something. So I'll email that to you and then just print it, sign it, email it back. It'll list your payments. Okay. You can just check them off. And if you pay any early, it winds up just finishing faster. Yes.
And thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Am I done?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I could help.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's fine. I'm just going to remind him to look at his email, but just in case. Okay, Mr. Matson, where are we on the Jacobs case?
The judge's comment here is interesting. She suggests that code enforcement is often complaint-driven, meaning these cases frequently start because a neighbor or citizen reports a concern. Whether that's what happened here or not, it reminds viewers that many property-related cases begin long before anyone steps into a courtroom.
We will be continuing to final pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Jacobs, the final pretrial date is going to be March 8th at 1 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will see you then here in the court.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Casey Buchanan, are you ready for your pretrial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, moving you over to that meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I still can work with you as long as you keep up with it. And, you know, show some progress as we go forward. So I have a couple of things I want to tell you about, but what I'd like to start with is just letting you know what that would look like. So I'm going to ask you if you want to do it. You did request a payment plan, but honestly, I think this is a better match for your circumstances. And
Well, I'll try.
Sorry?
I'll try to do community service.
Perfect. Okay. So it turns into 63 hours. And the first due date we would start with is March 28th. And then what I give you is a list of places where you can do the work.
Yes, ma'am.
A list of instructions for how to go about it, a timesheet to keep track of your hours, the list of places. I don't have one for every town in the United States, right? So I've got Temple, right? I made it funny on purpose. So I see that you're out of town. I don't expect that you drive over here to do that, because that's money, okay? And it's time. So you would find a provider. You can come over, but you can find a provider in your community. If you do that, though, there's a formal process where I need to approve the provider. So
Well,
it has
Can I
to.
just say one thing right quick? Because
Yeah.
I know where you're going with this, but I do actually work in Temple.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I'm normally off between 2:30 and 4:30. So
Okay.
I do have time after work, try to catch a few hours each day. That just be easier going from
Yeah.
work to work.
Honestly, that would be the best approach if people would take it. That if people would do like that would be great. Okay. Well, I just wanted you to know there was an alternative, because people kind of panic, and they're not sure what they should do. And so if you run into an issue with that, there is an approach. So let us know. But otherwise, I'll just give you the information. What time will you come by the court just to pick up your packet and sign for it?
I can't give the exact time, but I can say what time does it close up there?
We close at 5, so we ask people to try to get here by 4:30.
By 4:30. I'm sure I could probably make it today by 4:30, but I have to wait for a ride, and the ride is at work because the whole accident was I totaled my car out to get the ticket. That's how I ended up with the ticket. So I don't have transportation of my own just yet. So I'm sure I'll have that ride by 4:30. I'm sure I can get there by 4:30, but I just can't give you an exact time right now.
Okay. I'm just going to put by 4:30, and that the pressure's off. Okay. We'll just see you around that time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So this will clear everything out. You're not going to get arrested when you get here. We don't do that. If you're coming here to resolve things, it's a safe harbor location. So people worry about that. I just like to assure you that that's not what we're doing. We have a path. We have a course of action that we're taking. Now, just, we have had where you didn't come to court. We do take letters, faxes, emails, and walk-ins. So if you need to get a message to me saying, here's what I've done as far as my hours, and this is how much time I need, send it in. Send me what you've done because that tells me how much. If I get just a request, I start denying it in quick time because I don't see that we're getting anywhere.
Of course.
So turn in what you got. Let me know how much time you need. Not later than March 20th. Get it all done. Just turn it.
And you'll give me that email with the paperwork. I have an email with the paperwork to send it to.
Yeah, when you come by today, they can give you all. They'll give you everything.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Morrison. Do you have any further questions? Do you have any further questions?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. Will the warrant be listed on me? Do I have to worry about it? Okay, that's what I'm so worried about. I don't want to get pulled over driving somewhere with a warrant or anything.
I lift the warrant if I feel like we've got a course of action that is going to lead to a resolution.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll be there. Yes, ma'am. I'll be there today.
If you're working towards that, then I don't reissue. Just stay on time so that I don't need to reissue.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get it done as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Morrison.
Thank you. Am I free to go?
Yes, you are.
Okay. You have a great day.
Okay. Bye-bye. Kamia or Kamaya, I hope I didn't butcher that. Ms. Williams, how are you today? Go ahead and unmute.
Good morning.
Thank you. And you're 15. Do you have mom there?
Yes.
Remind me your name. I'm sorry.
I'm Andrea Willis.
Okay. Thanks so much, Ms. Willis. And this is a license restriction. And it just has to do with, you're required to have a 21-year-old licensed driver in the front seat with you right now until the deadline, and then you have to apply, I think, and have that removed. That's the charge. It's a violation of the license restriction B. The fines and costs are $181. I did receive a plea plus a request for teen court. The plea was a no contest plea. Teen court, the way that we're doing teen court, let's see. Just give me 1 second. Was she charged with the committing creating the accident, or was she just involved in it? Okay. It just says accident, and you would know because it would be on a ticket. Right, but generally speaking, on your ticket, if you're charged with causing an accident, it's on your ticket. So if I could just see the citation, because I don't know if she has other charges that have already been resolved. I'm just checking one quick thing.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Williams, so teen court in this particular case would involve coming to a teen court process. And what we would have you do is come in today to meet with a case manager, and they'll go over how that works. There's also a $20 fee. Can you pay the teen court fee of $20 today?
Yes.
Okay. And you would come by and they would walk you through what we're doing in terms of coming to the teen court process. In that process, you would come to a sentencing proceeding, and we do this at Temple High School, which I think is where you go.
Yes.
Right. And, a peer group will be assigned to represent you and also to prosecute. We won't be debating whether you did or didn't do this. We would just be looking at sentencing and what's in your favor, positive, the good and the bad, and then that jury makes a decision. It's actually pretty interesting. It's a little slow, but it's not horribly boring. The thing is, here's the thing. This accident was actually, they warned you on the accident, okay? And I don't know if Mom realized that, but there was a warning issued for failing to yield the right-of-way at a yield sign that was deemed to be a cause, or at least a contributing factor to the accident. What that tells me as a judge in a court like this one, you've moved into the top group for where we have injury in the future, or even death or dismemberment in the future. If you're 25 and under, you're in our super group. And unfortunately, it's a number one that Texas shouldn't have, but we are the number one state. And for that, so teen court is really where we get the most result, the best result in terms of, I'm not going to read about you or see you again more than likely if you complete teen court successfully than if you just pay the ticket and let it go on your record. So I'm kind of pushing on teen court because of the safety issue and concern that I have. So
Okay.
Mom, what do you think?
I agree with you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
I totally agree.
I'm listening.
No, I was saying I totally agree with you. I appreciate it.
Okay. So a couple of questions. Did you know she had the car at that time?
Yes. I ain't gonna leave my baby by herself.
Okay.
Yeah, I did, but I did not know she was going onto the highway. We've been practicing her driving, but not on the highway.
Okay. And then I have a question for you. Kamia or Kamaya?
Kamaya.
Okay, thank you. I just want to get it right. Kamaya, what year are you in school?
Can you repeat that?
Are you a junior or a senior? What year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. Are you, do you have siblings?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are they?
12 and 8.
Okay. Are you the old? So you're the oldest?
No, ma'am.
She the oldest out of the girls. She got a 24 and a 21-year-old brother.
Okay. So otherwise you're a middle child. Okay. Are you working?
No, ma'am.
School is your work.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what you might want to do when you're older?
You have any idea which one?
No.
That's okay. At 10th grade, people think they know and they often don't.
Yeah.
Another question I have is, are you enrolled in any kind of extracurricular activities like band or?
I run track.
Sorry?
I run track.
Oh, great. Okay. And what's your race?
I run the 400 meters.
Okay, middle distance. That's its own thing, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll see you up here, and there will be a case manager to meet with you. And what time works for y'all today to do that? Your mom has to come with you, so I'm actually interested in hearing from mom.
Okay. We can be there by 10:30.
Yes, we have someone that can do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can leave right out and go up there.
Okay, just when you get here, let them know that you have an appointment with the juvenile case.
Okay, juvenile case manager.
Okay, we'll see you then, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Matson, I know you and Mr. Buchanan were visiting on the red light charge from December 19th. Where are we with regard to that matter?
Your Honor, a motion to reduce the fine will be filed, and Mr. Buchanan will be pleading no contest on that charge.
Okay, and what's the reduction?
I have the fine currently set at $135. That will be reduced to $50, and that should bring the total to $184.
Okay. Mr. Buchanan, if you'll give me a moment to get that reflected in the court's record, that will help. And then my question will become, can you pay that today? I apologize. There you go.
I was muted. Forgive me, Your Honor. I do not know if I can pay the full fine today. I can definitely come by and make a payment today.
Okay. What can you pay today that you feel confident in?
I'm confident that I can do $100 today.
Okay. And then after that, do you need more than 30 days?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. Then you'll just sign a 30 days to pay thing. And any time between now and that 30th day, take care of the balance, no more fees get added. The state has a provision where fees get added at the 31st day, and I can't I can't remove it. So just letting you know, and you'll just sign saying, you've got 30 days. And I actually have the change reflected in the record. What time should we look for you today?
I'll be before noon.
Sorry?
I should be there before noon, Your Honor.
Okay, that works perfectly. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're good to go.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Mr. Matson, I'm just going to make sure that there are people that I don't think, you had 100%. So the only ones that didn't turn up were dismissed cases. So they just found out they didn't need to be here. So you are good to go.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, I'm moving forward with Braxton Bynum. Hi, Mr. Bynum. How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Good. Let me just see where we are. We have serious balances. Let's see if we have any open cases. We do. Let me walk you through these open cases. Because I just need to confirm where we are on things that don't have a plea yet accepted. September 30th of 2017, there's a no insurance charge. And the fines and costs are $456.30. And I did receive a guilty plea to that charge in written form from you. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes.
Okay. And then there was another no insurance check. This one is from October 20th of 2019. And the fines and costs are $430. And I did receive a plea of guilty. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other cases, everything else is just older cases that have a balance. There is a no license charge back from 2015. Has a balance. A speeding charge from that same year that just has an old balance. An insurance case from that balance, and then finally a no license. Second one from that year with a balance. And that gets us all to a total of $22.26 and 90 cents. Stepping forward then, I have your income information and your bills. Your bills are certainly normal, reasonable bills, but I do show that it's a challenge, which is not unusual these days. So, I received a request by you to pay the balance of 2000. It's like a lot of money within 30 days. But I don't see that that's for most of us, it's just not realistic. So are you wanting to do payments? Because I can shift what we're doing maybe into an alternative.
Yes, I was wanting to see if you can help me out, help me reduce it a little bit so I can make a good payment on it to get it knocked down, so I can hopefully we can regain my license in the future. So yeah.
What are you able to? If you did a big chunk of a payment, what would that look like?
I know for sure I can make at least a $250 payment every 2 weeks. If I get down to like 1,000 or something close, I could be confident enough to make those payments to get it knocked down pretty fast.
I doubt I can get you to 1,000. Because, the reason, let me give you the reason why, and it'll make a little more sense. When things go this long, the only thing I get to control as a judge is the fine. And the fines are like not very much of what's on here. It's warrant fees and collection fees and holds on the license you mentioned, and sometimes even like a hold on your registration. So I can do that payment, and I can do some reductions. I don't think I could get you to $1,000 though.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Would it be better if I just went to turn myself in for those old tickets?
Well, there's another question. And forgive me for asking. It's not an assessment about you. It's just that I ask people this. Have you been to jail since these?
No, I haven't been to jail since 2017.
Okay. Do you know when in 2017 you went?
I'm not too sure. I know it's probably the beginning of the year, 2017.
Was it Bell County?
Yes.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me see what I can pull up on their database. I might be able to take care of it, some of it that way too. So
I was only in jail for not even a day, ma'am.
Right. The thing is, though, had I known and run cases concurrent with that time, some of these might peel off.
Okay.
So let me look.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm creative at this point, so give me a sec.
It's been too long. 2015 is too long.
Yeah. I'm as interested in this going away as you are at this point.
Right.
Yeah, we got a slow system.
No, you're fine.
At Bell County, I'm just seeing. Okay, there was like a possession charge.
Yes.
2015.
Yes.
That was January of 2015. Does that
Yes.
sound right?
Yes, that was the last time I went to jail.
Oh, okay. Darn. No, I mean not darn. I'm glad you didn't go to jail since then. I'm sorry. That is not what. That
I
is
thought
not
it
what.
was 2016.
Right. No, I know. I mean, I can see that it was you, but it doesn't even hardly look like you.
Yeah, I had shorter hair.
It was a long time ago, is what I'm saying. Okay, there's no credit there that I can use because it was all before these tickets were issued.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Moving on then. Let's figure out something else. I can do community service. If I did community service, let me just tell you what that would look like.
Is there any way that I could do half payment plan and half community service?
Yeah, there is. Let's see. You said this Friday you could pay $250.
Yes.
Okay. You wanted to do that every 2 weeks,
Yes.
and you were thinking about $1,000 is what that would work, and then it kind of wouldn't work after that. Did I get that
Yes.
right idea?
Yes.
So that's
Just so I can knock it out as much as I can.
right. Tell you what. Yes, no, there's 3 cases that I have open. 2 of them are insurance cases. And I'd like to take those 2 cases. No. And so that's actually going to be we can do 2 payments and then 2 payments. Until see, are you following? Okay. On the first one. Mr. Bynum?
Yes.
It would actually shift you into a deferral on the 2 insurance cases that are open today. That gives us a little more flexibility in terms of, well, first of all, we'll keep it from being a conviction on your record. Okay. And it'll also shift you into where those payments are going to be $250 and then $250 and then the 2 remaining balances. And then we'll do the rest on community service. So give me a moment and I'll walk you through what exactly this is going to look like. But I need to walk the clerk through it first, okay?
Okay.
So on the first insurance charge, the first payment is this Friday and it's $250. And then 2 weeks later, which is I believe, the 10th, the balance is 206.30. And then 2 weeks later for the other one, and that one starts with 250 then, and that would be on 2/24. And the balance then is 180.30. Yeah, it's the first Friday, second Friday, it's the 10th. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna work better. I'll be honest with you. For the court, it's a little easier, even though it's gonna seem like more right now. It's actually gonna be a little easier, and it will keep those two items from being convictions. So that might be helpful, I don't know. And then, that leaves us with a balance of $1,340.30. And that's going to turn into 67 hours of community service instead of 115. Right? So half of correction into payments with referrals. The only thing is I need to get your signature on these today. Can I get that today?
Yes, you can.
I didn't know where you are. Okay. So yeah, you're signing the deferral, and these just say no conviction on the record. Okay. And those payments are going to be spelled out in here. And the way they work is every 2 weeks you're paying something. On the first one, this Friday, $250, and then 2 weeks later, $206.30. Okay. On the next one, 2 weeks after that, February 24th, $250, and then 2 weeks later, $180.30 on March 10th. And all of those say don't get more tickets and stay insured if you drive until May 25th, and then the cases get dismissed.
Okay.
Then on your older balances that have, they have what's called a KPS pro fine, which means non-completion of a court order. There you were sentenced back, long time back. That we're going to shift that back into community service, and that balance is $1,340, and that turns into 67 hours of community service with a due date of March 28th.
Okay.
If you get that turned in, as soon as you turn it in, all of those done, I'll review it and see if I can just zero you out and release the license.
I appreciate it.
I've got holds on all of these. So early is better on that community service, but when you come by today to make a signature, we'll look at everything, look at a list of places where you can do the work, instructions for how to do it, and a timesheet to keep track of your hours with your due date and your hours at the time.
Sounds great, ma'am. Thank you so much.
What time will you be here?
I can come at like 12:30
Okay.
because I work at 1.
Okay. Right, that'll give you enough time. It shouldn't take very long.
All right, ma'am. No problem.
Okay. We'll wait for you then, okay?
You have a wonderful day. Thank you again.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Okay, Natalie Brown, if you can unmute and get on screen, that'll help. And how are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. Your audio is a lot better too. I don't know what happened. Okay, we had an extension back sometime before this date, but the due date for the registration was December 27th to provide that registration. And let's see, I'm just looking at it. Okay, and then And then about a month later, we heard from you that you hadn't yet been able to get it done. Okay. And I had just made some notes about fees and things. Okay. So really, I guess we sort of need to move forward. Is there a plea paper on this?
Unfortunately, the car is still not really in working mode. I'm still trying to get everything done. Anything and everything is just causing problems. But if I have to pay the ticket, then so be it. If I can put in payments, I am on Social Security, which makes it even more difficult, as well as if I do community service. Of course, I would love to have my car registered and all that legal. I'm slowly and surely getting everything done. However, it's not really working. So we don't know how it is even feasible to even get everything accomplished because the car is not really good condition due to the car accident. Well, a car accident, and I got the ticket because of a car accident. Same one, but it's still more complex. But anyway, I just want to let you know that if you want me to pay the bill, pay the ticket that was caused from the car accident, then so be it. It's just whatever the case may be.
Okay, I have a, I'll address all of that. I have a plea of guilty to this charge. Is that your plea at this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unfortunately, I had all the information. I had all of it. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get it done. So, of course.
Okay. And then I'm kind of showing, and I just had a quick question, but I'm showing that, you know, payment would be difficult. I can change to community service, but I also have that you are disabled. And sometimes that creates problems for folks to try to do the community service. If it would create a problem, then I would need a doctor's note excusing you from community service. And then I can look at what I can waive some or part of the community service. So what I normally do right now is I go ahead and order community service. And if we do that, it's 8 hours. Are you seeing your physician anytime soon? In the next 30 days?
I'm in the process of getting a new one, but yes, hopefully. I'm having a hard time getting a good primary care doctor that can get me in, so.
Okay, I'm gonna shift that to 60 days instead. So that it would be-
Joy of the new year.
Sorry?
The joy of the new year.
Yeah, so it would be 8 hours, and I would have a long date on that, which is gonna be March 28th instead of February. That way maybe you'll have more chances to kind of meet with somebody, your doctor, and see if they'll give you a note saying that you can or cannot do community service. You can turn in your hours by that due date, or turn in a note, or ask me for more time, but I'll need to hear from you so that the case doesn't go into like a warrant process.
No problem. It was a phone issue and an internet email issue. So, but yes, ma'am, most definitely.
Yeah, so on or before that date. Now, I do need to get a signature from you today. If I email this to you, can you print it and sign it and email it back? Okay. The email that we use to set up this meeting, does that work? Is that what you used, the link?
Let me confirm it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Then we will look to we'll email to that email and we'll get it back from you today. And then just, you know, talk to your doctor and see if you're supposed to be excused from this, or if so, they need to put it in writing. And if not, let me know that you got the hours done, and we'll send you the documentation forms so that you can document it, so that I can give you credit if you do that, okay? Okay. And a real quick question, do we have the license? It shows which name? The license we have has Hill Doyle on it. So if you get a chance,
my license, my legal license is Natalie Brown.
Okay, so what I'm asking is if you would just please send that in, because the one we have says Hill Doyle. I mean, it just does. I'm sorry, but it says
I
that.
accidentally have sent the wrong one in. But not a problem. I will get that done as soon as I can.
Right, yeah, because you should only have one under state law. Send that in, and that way we can change the name on the file for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She was calling it out, but she hasn't even. Okay, Leslie Ellis, can I have you on screen? Hi, how are you? Go ahead and unmute when you get a chance. Great, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, and so we have a registration charge. The fines and costs are $181. I do have a plea of guilty being entered on your paperwork. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then I'm actually showing that payment would be difficult. I'm just looking at how difficult. Give me a moment. Okay, and so I could do the $25 a month if that's what you want to do, but I also can do community service, which would be 8 hours with a due date. I would start with a due date of February 28th. What do you say?
Okay. I've never done community service before, so I don't really know how that works.
Okay, so I have a list of places where you can do the work, and then you reach out and find, we give you the contact information and you take it from there. We also give you a list of instructions, and we give you a timesheet to keep track of your hours, and then your due date will be at the top. If you just go to a provider on the list and get it turned in on time, I zero out your balance and you're done.
Okay. I don't know that I'll be able to do that. I'm a single mom, and I have my kids 24/7, and I work. So I don't know that would be an option. That's better, but I just don't know that I would be able to do that.
Okay. So, $25 a month. Let me ask you a question. What's a good date to do that for you? Like, do you want to start? I need a signature today. Do you want to do a payment today and then it's once a month on this day, or do you want a different day?
Could I start Friday?
Yes. So
I can. What is Monday's date? Because I'll get paid on Friday, but I won't be out of there in time.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So
Monday is the 30th.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
And if I'm sorry.
What time can we look for you to make signature today?
I can come by like 11:30.
Okay. All right, I'll just say by noon to sign up. And then let's see. Yeah, so after that, it's just $25 a month, always on the 30th. Okay. And you can pay early, you can pay more, you don't get penalized for that. It just means it goes away faster.
Okay. And do I just make my payments up there at the municipal court?
That's a great question. So you can pay online, you can pay by phone. Those systems will charge you some money. If you do a check buy, as long as you've never, had a check bounce here, I'm not saying that you would, but that's just what we tell everybody. You can pay by check, you can pay by cash, by swing and buy. You don't have that extra fees there.
Okay.
You can bring a money order. I tell people though, please do not send a money order in the mail. They just have this horrible tendency to disappear, and it becomes very difficult for you to get your money back. And honestly, $25 is not nothing. You wouldn't want to lose money like that. So I just tell people, we'll take it if it gets here, but that's the question, if it gets here. So yeah, those are all the ways that we have, and cash or check here at the building is free. The phone system and the online system, I don't have any control over what they charge you.
Okay.
We don't charge you, but they will charge you a convenience fee.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll just see you today. And when you're here, you can find out too, like how do you access those online and phone systems.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.